together. When night is falling, when fear is coming, still you're calling me. When faith is lost and my hope exhausted, you will be my strength. When my mind says I'm not good enough, God, you're enough for me. I've decided I'm not giving up, 'cause you won't give up on me. You won't give up on me. Your love is holding on and you won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and you won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo, echo in my soul. In every season, you keep repeating your promises to me. Oh, now there's no stopping where you have started until it is complete. When my mind says I'm not good enough, God, you're enough for me. I've decided I'm not giving up, 'cause you won't give up on me. You won't give up on me. Your love is holding on and you won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and you won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo, echo in my soul. In my soul. When my mind says I'm not good enough, God, you're enough for me. I've decided